On Inside Out this morning, I'm sure you remember that in 2020, then candidate John Dramani Mahama promised persons who are engaged in Okada riding that their business will be legalized. It was after that the government of the day, then the NPP government, also stated that, well, we'll give you cars so you buy on hire purchase and be able to, drive to rid the city of unemployment. However, the NDC did not win in 2020. In 2024, this particular policy was stated in their manifesto, which stated legalization of Okada business. The NDC won in 2024. In 2025, President Mahama said, well, we'll stick to the promise of legalizing Okada business. Transport Minister mentioned it. Those in the Okada business embraced it. Now, there is a policy that has been formulated. However, there is a caveat. If you're 25 years and above, you can be able to engage in commercial Okada riding, which is not new to us. In Ghana, back in 2012, there was an LI promulgated, LI 2180, which stated specifically that if you want to engage in commercial driving, then you have to be 25 years and above. However, if you want to get a driver's license to drive for a private citizen, you must be 18 years and above. This, I've seen a couple of Okada riders say it doesn't sit well with them. But it will be important to speak to the Okada riders themselves and then find out. But let me tell you what this particular LI is. In Ghana, LI 2180, specifically Regulation 37, mandates that commercial drivers must be at least 25 years old to obtain a license. This specific regulation within LI 2180 deals with the age requirements for obtaining a commercial driver's license. What do the association in general think? Let's speak to the mouthpiece for that association. Solomon Akpanaba is the PR for the Okada Riders Association of Ghana, and he joins me on phone. Solomon, good morning to you. I trust you're doing well.
Morning, I'm doing well, and you?
I'm doing awesome as well. The last time I engaged you here on GHOne TV, you mentioned that you were embracing the legalization of Okada and that there have been consultations at various stages. Now, we're learning that if you want to engage in commercial Okada riding, you'll have to be 25 years and above, which is in tandem with the LI, which was promulgated back in 2012. Is this news concerning to you, or you embrace it in totality?
Well, let me say good morning to riders all over the country listening to me or listening to GHOne, and then a good morning to you and your crew. Definitely, this is a bad news to us. Though we had wanted to celebrate the whole news about our business getting regularized or getting the legal backing, we had wanted to celebrate it in the grand style. This particular section of the policy is a big disappointment to us. You see, we knew that these things will happen once the 13-member committee did not involve us. They seemed to have lost their logical reasoning in bringing out this LI. Let me give you reasons why. In this country, a member of parliament only needs to attain 21 years to qualify to join parliament, right? The 18-year given to every Ghanaian to vote is assumed that bearing all medical reasons, the person is matured enough in terms of psychological, emotional, whatever. That is what they said. If you attain 18 years, you should vote. And this is embraced by many countries that are practicing democracy. How come that in our situation you need 25 years? Why 25? Why 18 years voted for John Mahama, who was riding by then, and now that the person is 19 years, the same John Mahama administration is asking that same person who voted for John Mahama to come and regularize Okada, to go and sit in the house and wait till he gets 25 years. I think these are enemies in disguise. They should come and explain to us what is in 25 years that is lacking in 18 years. Be it psychological, physical, they should come out and explain. Be it scientific, they should be able to explain what a person who has 25 years can do that a person 18 years cannot do. Else, they should reverse it. If not, we will demonstrate, we will take them to court, we will curse them. We are not cursing them spiritually, but we'll curse them when we are going for a next election. They should think twice. They shouldn't insult our intelligence. We didn't come here by virtue of wearing coat and tie. We mounted up serious logical arguments that no politician could stand. Ghanaians accepted it and told every politician, if you want to solve this problem, go this way. When we said Okada must be regularized, it is backed by scientific research. We didn't just get up and talk. So if they want us to respect them, they should respect themselves by looking or trying to find us the answers to the questions I just asked. That's our position.
But Solomon, I'm sure you know about the LI, the Road Traffic Regulation Act, which was promulgated back then in 2012. And so if any policy will have to be put in place, it has to be in tandem with the law. This is what the law says, no?
So the law that says nobody should ride and take money. You know, you can ride and pick people and drop from one side to another, but we should not take money. Was it not part of the law? It was part of that senseless aspect of the law, and we mounted argument that the law was obnoxious, it was unenforceable. Now this particular LI is equally obnoxious, is equally going to be unenforceable. Listen, this whole thing, before it can be enforced, we will support government to enforce it. Now this particular senseless aspect of the law, we will resist it, we will make sure it doesn't work. Tell them that if they don't change their mind, that particular thing, we will disregard it. 18 years will work, 19 years, 20 years, 21 years will work. If they want, we will go to court. Now we will have a union that is backed by law. Any mistake they do, we will meet each other in court.
But Solomon, instead of demonstrating, cursing them and saying that the law is senseless, why not go to the decision-making table? Why not go to the table and say that, well, there's a constitutional amendment committee in place. Why not request that some of these things be scrapped out or be amended?
3 days today, we were at Ghana Shippers House or the Ghana Shippers Authority. We were there, where they made presentation. They made all these aspects of the LI known to Ghanaians. We mounted the arguments there. But we know that sometimes they are stubborn. They don't listen to common sense. So we made our point there clear. If they don't reason and listen to us, we draw that aspect of the LI and they push it forward to Parliament. That is where they will hear from us. We told them that it doesn't make sense that 18 years can vote, 19, 20, 21 years can vote, and they actually voted for their livelihood. You come and you want to use age to disqualify them from doing their work. What is that? How can you put a curse in a blessing bottle? What logically, what do you expect them to think about DM and this NDC administration? There's 18, 19, 20 years guys who were doing either tricycling or Okada, who voted for this man to come and regularize their business, will now be told that sit in the house until you get 25 years. What technically do you think they should say or think about this NDC government? What do you expect me to tell them? Me that went the whole round country telling the people that vote for this government for this reason. Now the same government come and said they are criminalizing the guys' activities just based on their age. And I'm asking that what is in that age that a 21 years old person can be a member of parliament but cannot be an Okada rider? What is in that age?
But Solomon, in 2020 when this promise was made, in 2024 you didn't know about this particular constitutional provision? The LI 210?
You know they wouldn't have dared mention this one in those days. Nobody would have minded them. I myself, I wouldn't mind them. So they only said they were regular. They only said they were regular.
You and your association didn't think that
what we want.
Solomon, at the time, you and
Yeah.
your association didn't think that it was imperative that you knew what the law says regarding road traffic regulations if somebody was making a promise to you?
No. If you say you will regularize, we assume that all this nonsensical aspect of the law will be catered for or will be taken into consideration. There will be some amendment. That's all. And if you, as you are asking me, you are giving us the opportunity to hear from us. We are saying that if they are men who have balls in between their legs, they should come and tell us scientifically, psychologically, what a 25 years person can do that an 18-year cannot do. They should come and tell us. And this should be backed by research. We should see the hospital producing the 18, 19, 20, 21 years as accident victims who were involved in riding that got accident just because of their age, whose 25 years do not do. They should bring us those evidence. You cannot just get up. Somebody is 18, 19, 20 years, voted for you today. What is this? They don't think. Excuse my language.
So what will be your next line of action? You've stated a number of them. You say you demonstrate, you go to court, you curse them. Immediately, what will be your next line of action? Are you going back to the transport minister to say that we want the LI amended?
This morning, I'm just on my way to the transport minister's office when you called and I have to pack and we talk. We will go and tell them that this one it's even more nonsensical than the previous one. We are talking about Ghanaian voters who voted for you because of your promise. You don't come and use age to reverse what you said earlier. This is a reversal of what they promised us. And the people voted for what you said, not the reversal of it. We are not surprised because those people were not on the field with us. Those people in coat and tie who came out with this decision were not with us on the field. When we were campaigning at Eastern Region and rain was beating us, those guys were not there. Those elders of us, ours were not there. If they were there, they were in V8. We were on motorbikes. They will hear from us more.
Okay, Solomon, thank you very much. After your meeting with the transport minister, I'd love to hear what was the outcome. So I'll call you back.
I will inform you, please.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. That's Solomon Akpanaba. He is the PR of the Okada Riders Association, and they are saying that the promise made to them was the outright legalization of Okada business. The promise was not to differentiate who has the right to ride for commercial purposes and who has the right to ride for private purposes. And so the government should amend the LI 2180 Regulation 37, which specifies that you must be 25 years and above to be able to engage in Okada business commercially. That's it for Insider.